Hello and welcome to the Road to Nowhere channel. Welcome back if you've been here before, or hello if this is your first time here. To give you a bit of background knowledge about the channel, my name is Poppy, and along with our co-creator Jordan Tones, we create content which is based around topical subjects such as mental health, human connection, empathy and identity. Now, if you joined us for our last video, it was an introduction to the QPR Institute, and if you watch the video you'll know a little bit about it. So it stands for Question, Persuade and Refer, and I'll not go into too much about that. If you'd like to find out more, please do visit our first video. But these videos are a series of mental health tips and advice, not just for you to help the people around you, but hopefully to help yourself as well. So this video will include some advice and tips that I got from the QPR Institute training, and also just a couple of other things that I've picked up along the way that have really helped me or have helped other friends as well with their anxieties. So I'd like to start off with talking a little bit about how important being open-minded actually is when controlling your anxiety. It's so important to be open to any kind of advice that you get from friends or relatives or the people around you, because these people are often maybe sharing their own experiences and their own stories of how this has helped for them. If you're telling yourself, no, that's not going to work for me, no, I've tried that and it doesn't work, then you're closing yourself off to any kind of opportunity that you have to actually gain advice that will help you. So please just stay as open-minded as possible. You never know when you're going to get that one sentence spark that could possibly change your whole entire mindset when it comes to that type of anxiety or fear. Just an example of how powerful your mind actually is. Our mind basically works in images. Our brain jumps to conclusions straight away. If there's a type of experience or story that you've heard about a certain thing, that will automatically come into your head when you ever hear about that subject again, if that initial story has had a massive impact on you. So for example, if you all just close your eyes now, if I say this word to you, you will get an image that pops into your head. So if I say Las Vegas, typically an image would pop into your head of bright lights or a casino or something like that. Everyone has the same sort of imagery for that word, Las Vegas. 2 words? You know what I mean. And that's because we've been conditioned that way. You know, every time we've seen a film about Las Vegas, it's lights. So with anxieties or fear, it is the exact same thing. It's almost like a muscle memory. If you've had a traumatic experience whenever you were younger with a spider, then later on in life, if you see a spider or someone mentions the word spider, then you might automatically recall that traumatic event in your life. And because you've maybe never had a good experience with a spider, your body doesn't have anything to replace that bad memory with. So it automatically goes back to that fear and anxiety that it initially felt when being met with that spider. So how do we stop this? How do we stop our bodies constantly recalling these bad images or fears when it comes to what we are most scared of? Well, I'll get to that in just a bit, but first of all, I would like to explain a little bit about the conscious and subconscious thought process. So if you like imagery, which we all do because our brains work in images, then basically imagine your consciousness as the captain. So that is the captain that runs the ship, and your subconscious thoughts are your sailors. So your sailors will do anything your captain tells it to do. Anything that, whether it makes sense or not, if the captain is saying, I am scared of paper, then your sailors will say, yes, okay, get me away from paper. I don't want to be anywhere near paper, because your subconscious wants to protect you. And our captain and our sailors, our conscious and our subconscious, are really, really important whenever it comes to training ourselves to control our anxieties. This is how a lot of anxieties are actually triggered. You have unintentionally programmed yourself to be scared of a certain situation or thing. But the great thing to remember is that we have complete control over our sailor and our captain. We can retrain our captain, our conscious thoughts. We can tell them that we are not scared of these things anymore. Yes, it could take time, and it will definitely take some open-mindedness. And I know that there are people out there saying, it's not that simple, I've tried that, there's no cure. There is no cure. It's a process, and it's retraining your muscle memory to think, I don't need to be scared of this thing. I don't need to be controlled by this overwhelming feeling that's coming from within me. I can control that feeling because it is within me. The great thing about your sailors, your subconscious thoughts, is that they will literally do anything your captain tells it to do, even if they're changing their mind every 5 seconds. So if your captain's saying, I'm scared, retreat, get away, and your sailors are saying, okay, yes, get away, and it brings up that anxiety. If your captain then says, no, actually, you don't need to be scared, calm down, it's fine, it's okay, then your subconscious again will change that and it'll start to calm down. It just takes a little while on how to train yourself to be able to do that. What I'm basically trying to say is that you are in complete control of any feeling that you feel, regardless of how you think it's how your brain is wired and you can't change that. I don't necessarily agree with that, and I think that you can do anything that you believe you can. And as long as you're telling yourself, this can work, I will make this work, I am in control, then it will happen for you 100%.